Anything else before we move on? (219) section 11.3 areas of trapezoids. Lauren. Okay. Before you write anything or copy anything, I want you to listen for a little bit, okay? I'm going to show you how we come up with the area of a trapezoid, or the formula for the area of a trapezoid. Does everyone agree that these are two separate triangles?
Yes.
If I put these two separate triangles together, what have I formed?
Trapezoid.
Every trapezoid is made up of two triangles. When you connect opposite vertices with a diagonal, you've created two triangles. Now notice, are the bases the same? No, that's why I have one labeled base 1 and one labeled base 2, because they have two different measures. But look at the height of the black triangle and the height of the red triangle. They're the same. Okay, because the bases are parallel, right? And parallel lines are the same distance apart no matter where you go. So the heights of these two triangles are the same. Now don't write anything down yet. Again, I want you to just pay attention. Okay, remember also the first day we started chapter 11, we said if you have some crazy looking shapes, you can find individually the areas of like individual shapes and then add it all together to get the total, correct? All right. If I don't know a formula for area of a trapezoid, but I do know triangles. All right, this first triangle here, I would find the area by taking half of the base, which this specific base is labeled B1, and multiplying it times the height, correct? Now this other triangle, I would take half of the base, which this one is labeled B2, and I would multiply it times the height. And then to find the whole thing, I would add them together. All right, now, using, hence, this is not the formula yet, using factoring. If these two terms have a common factor, such as 2x plus 4, and we could take out a 2, right? And be left with 2 times x plus 2. This has 3 factors. 1/2, remember a factor is a number being multiplied. 1/2, B1, and H. This has 3 of them. 1/2, B2, and H. Which factors do they both have?
1/2 and H.
All right, so if I factor a 1/2 and an H out of both of those terms, what am I left with? And you have the formula
Hey, that actually helped. Cool.
for area of a trapezoid.
That's cool.
Okay?
Can we draw it up? Kudos.
Now you can go.
I'm probably less likely to forget now.
Every trapezoid is made up of 2 triangles, and the heights are the same. Y'all get all this down, and we're going to look at, because as you know, it's not always that straightforward and easy. Okay, we're going to look at all the different ways that it can be presented to you. All right. I recommend when you're looking at your different shapes, because we've been doing one section at a time, and so on one night's homework you knew you were doing all triangles or all whatevers, okay? You identify your shape and write your formula down first, because you need to make sure, okay, these are the pieces I need to know. And then you don't figure out stuff you don't need, okay? So this is a trapezoid, so my formula is this. 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. Okay? I know the height, and I know the two bases. Do I need to figure anything else out?
Nope.
I'm ready to go. Okay? That was very straightforward, very easy. I know the things that I need. I'm going to plug them in. My height is 5. Base 1 is 7. Base 2 is 13. No, you could call 13 base 1 and 7 base 2. Doesn't matter. So it's 1/2 times 5 times 20. 5 times 20 is 100, and half of 100 is 50. So the area of this was 50. If it was inches, it would be inches squared. If it was feet, it would be feet squared. Whatever, squared. Area is always squared. Okay? But remember, start with the formula. Because you're going to have numbers all over the place, and you need to make sure you know which numbers you need to plug into the formula. Okay. This is a trapezoid, right? It's got 4 sides, and one pair of sides, or opposite sides, are parallel. So I can do 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. Okay. I have my two bases, but I don't have my height. Okay? Let me show you what happens here. Okay, now this is how drawing that imaginary line has helped me. What is the figure on the right? It's a rectangle. What do we know about opposite sides of a rectangle?
Equal.
So if the top is 7, what's the bottom?
7.
So that means this has to be 5. And yes, it's not proportional. I apologize. How does it help?
So 10 squared.
Now we can figure out the other side.
Now I can figure out the height using the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? This is my missing piece. Okay? I need to know that measurement to be able to plug into my formula. So 10 squared is equal to 5 squared plus x squared. Subtract 25 from both sides, and then take the square root and reduce your radical. You get 5 square roots of 3. And don't stop there, because